Welcome to the debut of the NHL Hockeyverse Matchup of the Week. What a spectacular setting for our matchups. The Hockeyverse, a magical city on top of a floating hockey puck, with all roads leading to the best outdoor rink you could ever imagine. Plenty of stars in the sky and even more on the ice. Today, we've got the Washington Capitals and Alex Ovechkin, hockey's second all-time leading goal scorer, taking on the Vancouver Canucks, who are led by all-star forward JT Miller. Hello everyone, I'm Thomas Gamba.
And I'm Mike Seville. Welcome to our first episode of the NHL Hockeyverse Matchup of the Week.
Each Saturday, we will showcase the greatest players, the top teams, the coolest stories, and the best action on the ice. And we'll do it all in this amazing environment. It's going to be so much fun. Mike, what are you most excited about for today's matchup?
Well, I can't wait to see what Alex Ovechkin will do against the Canucks. Entering this matchup, Ovi is just 20 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record. What about you, Thomas? What player are you pumped up to follow?
I want to see how Vancouver defends Ovi and the Capitals, so I'll be keeping an eye on last year's Norris Trophy winner for the NHL's best defenseman, Quinn Hughes. Here we go. We're ready for the first ever NHL Hockeyverse Matchup of the Week. Washington, the best team in the East, faces off against playoff hunting Vancouver from the West. And we are underway in the Hockeyverse. Washington controls the opening face-off.
Both teams are ready to play today. Here we have the Canucks in black, the Capitals in white. You see the puck fans in the back. Both fans of each teams are excited for the first matchup here in the Hockeyverse.
And the stadium is packed here around the ice. Everyone excited for opening day, and we've got some good action here. Besser on the far side. Pass to Susi as we look at our puck POV, one of our great animated technologies here in the Hockeyverse. Puck gets back to Lonkinen and controlled by Heinen. Washington takes the puck, swinging around to the right point. Roy down in deep. Ovechkin controls in the slot. McMichael couldn't get a shot. Heinen trying to tip it out. Slap shot saved by Lonkinen. And Fehervari circles the net. Back up top for Roy. Dumps it off Fehervari. Bank pass Roy. Right wing, the dump off. In the corner, it's Strome. Back to the blue line. Left side, Fehervari winds it wide.
Washington is doing a really good job here, working the puck, looking for a shot.
Pass tipped to Fehervari. Puck loose in the left corner, taken by Washington. Ovechkin dumps it in deep. McMichael on the baseline. Goes to the point. Right side into the slot. It's Strome winding with another shot. A great save by Lonkinen. Rebound to McMichael, and Washington still controls. Strome walking in. As space fires, and another save by Lonkinen as Vancouver will clear. While we have a stop in the action, let's take a moment to check out our Hockeyverse Fantastic Moment.
Ovi entered this matchup with 875 goals in his illustrious 20-year career. Our fantastic moment took place nearly 20 years ago when Ovechkin made his NHL debut against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
And what did Ovi do on his first night of action? Only scored his first 2 career goals against goalie Pascal Leclerc.
That was the first of 179 different goalies that Ovi has scored a goal against, another NHL record.
But one goalie that has shut him down is in net today, Canucks goaltender Kevin Lonkinen.
This is the third time Ovechkin has faced Lonkinen, and he's yet to score a goal against Vancouver's goalie.
Let's see if that streak continues today. Washington on the power play in the middle of the first period here, and both teams looking to break the ice here in the Hockeyverse.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see which team gets the first goal, but more importantly, who gets it. that'll be history right there.
A lot of great options, a lot of great players. Let's see who could do it. Here's Bluger trying to do it himself, but is saved by Lindgren. Puck squirts free, Bluger again, and another stop by Lindgren. Two huge chances as Washington gets it out of the zone. Under 9 minutes to go in this one, and Mike, the action has been pretty great so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited about how this game has been so far. Both teams playing really well, but more importantly, like I mentioned earlier, we got to see who scores that first goal.
Radish to the left side. Protas knocked it in front, but a great stop by Lonkinen. Eller had a chance, but he couldn't tip it in.
Yeah, I did think that got tipped in, but an amazing save there by Lonkinen.
Besser to the right side. Miller will throw it in deep. Wrapped around for Heinen. Eller shielding off. Besser comes over for Vancouver. Heinen and Besser looking to chop it out. They get it to the slot, and Miller fires it wide. Protas looking to clear for Washington, and he will. Here come the Capitals with 8 minutes to go in the first, and Hughes picks the pocket of Protas, but Washington will throw it back in deep.
Little spot right here for both teams to reset and get their offense going for Vancouver.
A little bit of puck POV here as the puck is thrown into the Vancouver zone. Hooglander in the right corner. Curling around Van Riemsdyk, finds Hughes, left point against Duhaime, drives the slot. Hughes, backhand score! Quinn Hughes in the Hockeyverse breaks the ice, and Vancouver leads it 1-0.
No better player to score the first ever NHL Hockeyverse goal for Vancouver other than their youngest captain in history, Quinn Hughes. Let's see here. Perfect pass right into the middle, gets by the defender, into the slot, backhand, top shelf, over the shoulder of Lindgren. You see the confetti flying out there. Perfect celebration.
You mentioned it, nothing like a good, exciting goal, and boom, look at that confetti. Great animation here in the Hockeyverse. Vancouver on the power play with 1:03 to go in the first period, and the Canucks already with a 1-0 lead. Mike, they're looking to tack on here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Washington, if they want to come back into this game, they need to get some more opportunities at net like they did there in those first couple minutes that we saw.
50 seconds to go. Hughes to Miller, right side, back up top for Hughes. They'll play catch. Miller back to Hughes, swings it left wing. Pettersson with 40 seconds. Gets it to the baseline, Besser, back up top. One-timer whistled wide by Miller.
That one looked like it hit off the post, almost went in the same exact spot as Hughes' goal did.
Under 30 seconds to go. Besser tries to feed it to the slot, but a steal. And Duhaime will flip it near Lonkinen as Washington clears it with 18 seconds to go.
The Canucks looking for one last offensive push here.
12 seconds to go in the first period. Far side's Hughes, 7 seconds. Circles and finds Pettersson. Fires a shot, saved by Lindgren. Rebound available, 2 seconds, and that will do it for period number 1. Vancouver leads it 1-0 after the first frame here in the Hockeyverse. That was a terrific opening period with plenty of action still to come between two top teams, but before we go to commercial, it's time to put on those thinking caps as we challenge you with our brain freeze question of the day.
So the Vancouver Canucks have an awesome logo, but what is the picture inside the Canucks logo? Think about it a bit. We'll have the answer later in the show.
Up next, we've got the second period and a fun feature we call Puck Pals. Welcome back to the NHL Hockeyverse Matchup of the Week. Looking at the forecast for today's matchup, the weather is cool, the ice is slick, and the outlook is filled with plenty of fun. So let's take a tour of this incredible animated world where our matchups take place. First of all, there are endless amounts of ways to get to our Hockeyverse.
Let's start off here with the boat. This is one of my favorite ways that you can get to the Hockeyverse.
But there's nothing like a good old first-class flight to the beautiful Hockeyverse, seeing a great game and having a great time.
If you're a puck and you like to ski, the gondola is one of the best places to be.
But there's nothing like a good old drive right near Maple Den. Get in your whip, come to the game, and see a great environment.
And if you want a nice view of the Hockeyverse, go check out the Ferris wheel to get all the views of the entire Hockeyverse.
We might have some late arriving fans, maybe because they were on the Ferris wheel or drinking some hot cocoa like this puck over here. So before the start of the second period, why don't we check out some of our Hockeyverse happenings.
Today we have a unique bit of history in our matchup. Earlier, Canucks defenseman Elias Pettersson made his NHL debut. Well, first matchups are always special, but what made this one even more interesting is that Vancouver's Elias Pettersson, wearing jersey number 25 today, joined teammate Elias Pettersson, Vancouver's forward, who sports jersey number 40.
Yeah, that's only the second time in NHL history that two players with the same name played for the same team in the same matchup. Let's do it. It's the second period as Vancouver leads Washington 1-0 here in our magical world, and a lot going on here. I wonder how these puck fans feel about the puck on the ice getting smacked around here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're glad that they're not the ones who are on that ice right now.
Well, the puck's already been in the back of the net once after a Quinn Hughes goal. Will we see another in this period? We will have to wait and see. As the Canucks win the opening draw, and the aforementioned Hughes will walk it back near his own net. Vancouver still on the power play as it's brought over from last period. Shot in front by Miller and a save by Lindgren.
Another incredible save by Lindgren. We've seen two incredible ones so far today.
Pettersson circling in the corner. 35 seconds on the power play. Up top, Hughes dumps it off for Boeser. To the left wing, Pettersson dancing with the puck and awaiting his options. Gets it up top. Boeser swings it right wing. Hughes, 20 on the power play. Pettersson with a shot and a nice save by Lindgren as we will have another face-off.
Yeah, that last shot was 77 miles per hour.
14 seconds on the power play, and Washington will clear it right down the ice. Lankinen controls it behind his net, and here comes Hughes for Vancouver. Looking for one last push, 2 on the power play, and we are back to even strength. Boeser lost it, and another clear. Carlson finds Protas, and here comes the Capitals. Carlson left wing with a shot, it goes high.
Great look there by the Capitals, trying to get onto the board.
Over a minute in to this second period. Hronek to the baseline. Boeser circles the net, banks it up top. Hughes walks the line, fires, and he scores! Hockeyverse Hughes strikes again as the Canucks double their lead in the NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week.
This man is built for the big stage, and no bigger stage than the NHL Hockeyverse. See, got tipped off the Capitals defenseman, it looked like, and that's his second goal of the game, which makes it the 6th career multi-goal game of his career, which is one shy of Matthias Ohlund for most by Canucks defenseman.
And look at this, the first-person view from Quinn Hughes. This guy we mentioned, youngest captain in Canucks history, and he's doing this here at the Hockeyverse. Not a better moment in his career than this. Time now for our favorite segment, Puck Pals. And what's not to like about Caps Canine Night from earlier this month?
When Washington played Anaheim at Capital One Arena, they were joined by the cutest and most adorable puppies from Wolf Trap Animal Rescue.
Yeah, there were a lot of dogs with food names.
Yeah, there was Hash Brown, Gnocchi, and Steamed, and Chip, and Garlic, and even a dog named Roasted.
That's hilarious. And of course, we saved the best for last. Alex Ovechkin got to hang with Hammy and Maxime, the very cute, fluffy corgi rocking the sunglasses. Picking up late in the second period here with the Canucks still leading 2-0. They've been led by 2 goals from Quinn Hughes, and he's got the puck here.
Yeah, one interesting thing, Thomas, is that Quinn actually has 2 brothers, Luke and Jack, who both play for the New Jersey Devils, and they're the first set of siblings to be featured together on the EA Sports cover of NHL 25.
Well, that's one of my favorite games. Is that your favorite game?
It's one of my favorites for sure.
Definitely a lot of fun to play as Vancouver looking for one last push in the final minute of the second period. They dump it behind the net. Heinen circling around Roy. Swings it back for Miller. He'll pick it up against Eller. Bounce pass, and the shot is tipped behind the net. Eller trying to shield it away. 40 seconds to go. Puck out in front. Eller will swerve away with it and clear the zone as he circles back near the net. Besser defending, and he'll bank it to Fehervari.
Good defense there by the Capitals. Close call there.
20 seconds to go in the second period. Frank to Radish up top. Another puck POV here as DeBrusk with the steal. 15 seconds. Garland to DeBrusk. 10 seconds. DeBrusk out in front. Soucy with a shot. It's blocked. 5 seconds to go. Last chance. And it's knocked away as we will end the second period. 2-0 Vancouver as the Canucks look to close it out. A lot of great action here. But the Canucks lead it 2-0 after 2. So 2 periods down, and Quinn Hughes and the Canucks have done a great job in containing Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals. Coming up after the break, we will have our answer to our brain freeze question of the day. Just a reminder, earlier we asked, what is the picture inside the Canucks logo? We will have the answer and the third period coming up next. Welcome back to the NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week. Before we start the third period, let's check the report cards and see who passed the test with our brain freeze question of the day.
Earlier we asked, what is the picture inside the Canucks logo? Well, if you answered an orca, then you are correct. Hope there was no cheating.
Okay, let's get back to the action. It's the final period here in the Hockeyverse. The Canucks lead it 2-0. The Capitals looking for something here. Let's see if they get it in the final period. 20 more minutes of hockey to play here on the NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week. And Dubois will win the opening faceoff.
Here's Carlson, who in his 16th year with the team, he has the most goals by defenseman in Capitals history, so a seasoned veteran for sure for this Washington team.
He also won the Stanley Cup with them in 2017-2018 season. As here comes Besser. Chance for the Canucks, and Besser will just dump it in deep. Heinen swings it around. McMichael taps it to Protas, and the Capitals race the other way. Shot by McMichael goes wide, and it's controlled by Forbert. Almost a minute into this one. Suter up the far side. Van Riemsdyk will clear it, and Hughes will touch the puck once again. He's touched it a lot, and he has skated very far and very fastly in this game.
Yeah, Hughes bringing the boom on that pass right there. Strong pass to get into the offensive zone.
Tom Wilson the other way. Pass out in front, tap by Strome, shot, save by Lankinen. As here comes Garland the other way. Ovechkin with the shot that time. He's averaging 1 point per game against Vancouver. That's one of the 22 franchises he has eclipsed that mark against. 1:30 into this third period as the Canucks clear.
Yeah, don't sleep on this Capitals team, though. They're down 2-0 right now, but we still have an entire third period to play, and being first atop the standings, you never want to give them any chance of winning.
Duhaime circling with a shot, goes wide to the left. Dowd will clear the rebound. Up to the point, Roy firing, blocked in front. Rebound is flipped out by the Canucks. Really good defense here from Vancouver. A lot of chances for Washington, but Vancouver and Lankinen are really doing a good job. So middle of the third period, 8 minutes to go. Washington still looking to get on the board here with the Canucks leading 2-0.
Yeah, the time is not on their side here. 8 minutes left. They need 2 more goals to tie it. We'll see if they can, but really needing a goal here. Watch out for Alex Ovechkin, maybe, their captain. 20 years in the league. He knows what winning is like.
Here's Dubois, defended by Besser. Chips it up the boards. McMichael will rim it behind the net. Protas over to McMichael. They bank it. Van Riemsdyk, left side, Chychrun. One-timer save. Protas tapping at it. Puck free, and they score! It's Pierre-Luc Dubois in front as he downs the deficit to 1, and Washington is within a goal.
Yeah, it's so much activity going on in front of the net, and Dubois lucky enough to get the tip in.
So PLD, first season with the Capitals, and he gets the huge goal here at the Hockeyverse.
He's the 9th player in Washington with 10 goals this season, which ties Carolina for the most among all teams.
2 minutes to go in the final period as Vancouver looking to close out this 2-1 victory.
Yeah, we're in for an exciting finish here for the first game at the NHL Hockeyverse. Down 1 is Washington. A goal will tie it and send it to overtime.
Let's see, they've scored the only goal in this period. Remember, Pierre-Luc Dubois had that tip in with around 8 minutes to go in this period. Puck gets free to the defensive zone of Washington. Chychrun shields off DiGiuseppe and finds Strome. Let's see if Washington pulls the goalie here to get an extra attacker. They stretch it out ahead. Ovechkin, one-on-one with Soucy, gets his pocket pick. They get it up. DiGiuseppe, wide open net. Oh, what a save! Incredible by Lindgren. One of the best saves we've seen all year as he keeps the score at 2-1. And that's our goalie guru save of the day.
Let's take another look at it here. We see DiGiuseppe shooting it down on the open net, and what a diving save by Lindgren.
Look at the ground he covered on that play, basically going circle to circle and flashing the leather with the amazing glove save.
Not many goalies are able to make that play, and here, look at this view. We see him diving and reaching out for the one-handed grab.
So 1:10 to go in the third period. The Canucks looking to hold on to a 2-1 victory.
Less than 60 seconds now. The Capitals are going to put all their chips on the table in this last minute of the first game in the NHL Hockeyverse.
They're trying to do everything that they can to square this one up and bring it to overtime. 45 seconds. Puck pinned against the wall. 40 seconds. Strome gets it out. Right point. It's Chychrun. Looking. Finding Strome. Right wing. Back to Chychrun near the blue line. Chychrun will curl it. Left circle, it's Carlson. Under 30 seconds to go. He gets it in deep. Hughes with the good defense against Ovechkin. Looking to clear it. Wilson gets it up top. 20 seconds. One-timer blocked in front. Soucy has the puck. 15 seconds to go. Mangiapane up in front. One-timer again is up and over the net. 9 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Chychrun, one last chance. Puts it on net, but a save. 3 seconds, and the puck is frozen, and we will have one last face-off. Last chance. Stromes wins it, but Miller will clear it, and that will do it. 2-1. Vancouver wins it here in the Hockeyverse.
What an incredible display of hockey we saw today. Quinn Hughes with a multi-goal game. Awesome atmosphere we got to see today. I can't wait to see more of it.
What a great way to start our NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week. So many great stories, and I love getting a tour of this magical place.
And the action on the ice was amazing. We didn't get an Alex Ovechkin goal, but we got plenty of exciting plays from both teams.
Well, speaking of action, let's take a look at our first ever Hockeyverse hero. No real surprise here. It's gotta be Vancouver's Quinn Hughes.
Absolutely. We talked about him at the beginning of the show, and last year's Norris Trophy winner showed up big time in this matchup. He scored both goals for the Canucks, and his 57th career goal ties him for 6th in team history among defensemen. He also skated a total of 4 miles on the ice.
Boy, I would be really tired if I skated 4 miles. He really worked for his success and for the win today. Well, thank you for watching the debut of the NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week. Be sure to join us every Saturday for more fun, animated hockey action. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you next week.